Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Nittany Lions will put total leather and we'll get started. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will start this game off. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. Quick toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Just destroying his way through the field. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, they made a statement.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Nittany Lions offense will try to get something going with their first possession. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David.
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground. And they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. A lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a catch. At the 35, he's loose. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Kick is good. And the offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll just keep slinging it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Pitts. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. And the Wolverines are on the move. Give to the running back. able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Just steamrolling the defense. Touchdown, Wolverines. What a catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the street.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And there he is again, another sack, channeling his inner Aiden Hutchinson against Penn State.
And that is high praise when you start comparing somebody to Aiden Hutchinson. Michigan, year after year, they find these dudes, man. The guys that will get after the quarterback. Hey, let's go, big fella. Let's go for that record.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. 1st down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. The pirouette on the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the 1st quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to power their way ahead. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a 1st at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Auburn. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Fowler. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He'll try it again. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Got his man. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found daylight, it was Katie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner is stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Oh, it's a reverse. At the 40, there he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. We now move inside 4 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
No, it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mid on the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Romero. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. This offense has been running wild in the first. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
On the ground, it's Fowler. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got it. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Fires toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You simply don't. Quarterback of this guy's caliber, missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Wolverines looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Now the play fake. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Happy Valley. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, babe.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Wolverines have taken it inside the 20. They'll run the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Romero. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the route is on.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats in any fantasy football, guys. If you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll pull it down. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble?
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Ball is free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on first down.
Let's go!
Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after it. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
And the defense just gets their fourth sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you needed some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
He wants to throw here on second down. It's caught downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Wants to throw on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Michigan. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Northern Illinois delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in DeKalb. Thing is, this sucker was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the MAC. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And good work. To get the return man down on the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. 2nd down coming up. On the move. And the Wolverines get enough for the 1st down.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Maddox. They've got the screen set up. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking for the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They'll leave it with him. Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the 8.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And now the ball. That's going to be a safety. The offense is back on top of it. This is bad, but it could have been worse. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20.
The returner brings it out to the 34.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
On second down, he's looking downfield. They'll run the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And the Wolverines pick up the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A little screen to the running back. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. Started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Got out of trouble and throws.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 4. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the game.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They move the tight end all over. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Wolverines get the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a